welcome to where the furniture isn't always the best, but them views, they are amazing.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 13th floor where the furniture isn't always the best, but the views are amazing. We are back this week, and once again, you've got 5 of us, not 6 of us. We're here. And, hopefully you all have had a great weekend. And as you listen to this, you get all the vibes and all the energy you're looking for. And as always, the exposure to the true manifestation of the Black male and what it is to be successful as a Black male and striving to get better every single day.
Yes, sir.
Fellas, everybody good?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Fantastic. Good. Fresh. Pat reached out to me and was just like, man, what's up with Ian yawning during the podcast? I said, man, listen, man, Mad Harvest is wearing the man out. And he's like,
I don't blame my yawning during the podcast. What I blame is your overhype activity of doing all of these recent social media posts where you just you could have crafted some way to go ahead and move that yawn out. I be trying not to do y'all dirty, but I understand how it gets on the editing floor, so I roll with it. It definitely stood out to me too.
Oh man.
But anyway, I mean, it's a great commercial because he said, yeah, I'm trying to get him on some more of this CMOS. So ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for that extra energy boost, definitely reach out to Mad Harvest, especially if you're in South Florida. They're still trying to figure out how to ship while preserving the efficiency and the potency of the juice.
Well, we want to. It's more so about ensuring no preservatives are added. We are pretty sure we are down to packaging, and so just figuring out gel packs or what type of box, whatever, to be able to ship. But I would say within the next 30 days, y'all within here will be getting a test package to be able to confirm the most other activity. As far as the CMOS though, yeah, we about to start slanging that Mad Moss 100%. I'm actually got to prep some. I got 2 pounds flying in from Yacht.
Nice.
I think
2 pounds of sea moss, folks. 2 pounds of sea moss.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Sure. I just want to make sure we get that the fairs be tapping.
I would have said keys, baby.
Talking in code language.
But yeah, we got CMOS coming in that I just gotta actually shouts to Jason Stevens. And shout to Goody Green, both supported last week, but Jason specifically wanted to get him some CMOS. I've been telling him about how I've been feeling, get my big tablespoon in every morning. And Pat goes a half a cup. He's trying to get a half a cup in a day of CMOS. Whew.
Just like drink it, like just.
He's just, putting in stuff. Tablespoon, I just try to take the biggest tablespoon that I can in the morning. But he's going hard, putting it in stuff, tablespoons, getting in. Like I said, he tries to get a half a cup in a day. But I can honestly say, now that I've been doing it consistently, I definitely can see and feel the benefits without a doubt.
I should do it every day with coffee, but I stopped. My supplier dried up, but then she reproduced more. But I haven't had coffee like 2 weeks now, so I gotta figure out a better way of taking it. Maybe putting out my oatmeal.
Yeah, I gotta shoot a video too, because that's the other thing, is just knowing how to process it and be able to. One thing Pat taught me in the processing, as far as once you got to soak it in spring water, you throw out that water, pick out whatever looks crazy, and then you blend it with a little bit of water. But if you go ahead and add some key lime juice specifically, as you're letting it soak, it actually takes away a lot of that oceanic taste.
Yep, that's the exact process that's being used by Art's supplier. Except it's not key lime. She's just been using regular limes, but
I would encourage her to go ahead and make the step up the key lime specifically.
Well, you know what it is about the key lime. You
Hmm.
you got to squeeze more key limes because they're smaller than the regular
Yeah,
size
but the
lime.
key
So
lime specifically have a better something. It would be great to have Pat on here, but that's specifically why, because we got
yeah,
a
I'm sure it
ton
has
of
something to do
limes.
with
Yeah,
the alkalinity of the key lime. Because I
100%.
actually I started buying key limes now and just squeezing one in some water every morning, and I drink that before I do anything else.
Nice.
If you need to hit that sea moss and then drink that.
Cool.
Just straight sea moss, you
I'll do it
saying?
tomorrow.
Not
Yeah,
mix
just
it,
like a
straight sea
spoon.
moss.
Like, so once you process it, so after you do the soak, you pick out the stuff and whatever, then you start to blend it with just like a little bit of water until it gets like
It
like a
becomes a
gel.
gel.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just want it to be a nice smooth gel, and then yeah,
So it's
I have that.
I thought you had some when you were here.
I never had any.
Oh, I thought you had some when you came for the game
He
last year.
gave some to Gina.
Oh, okay.
And Gina was doing it. Well, I wasn't allowed to partake in the one that we brought back home.
Dang.
But I never did it. But my thing is, I'm a texture person, so if it is jelly like or
yeah, it's
like,
very it's not super gelatinous necessarily, but it is
Kind of like an apple, like a
pudding.
applesauce consistency.
Well, it's almost like
Okay.
pudding. It can be applesauce to pudding. You know what I mean?
I
In
would
that
do
realm,
that.
it's not gelatinous like
Hmm.
you know what I mean, fat or something type feel by no
Okay.
means. But it is like,
Texas,
because
the first thing would be like, nope, can't do it.
it's more like
Can't do
puddingy or like, yeah, like applesauce. Because depending on how fine, we triple process, but depending on how many times you blend it and how long you blend it, it can be, you know what I mean, a finer gel consistency.
So some of the products have it in it, but you guys are like just straight sea moss as well, right?
So yeah, so what happened was initially we started off with 4 juices. So we had the kale, the beet, the carrot, and the poppin' pina.
I'm playing small
And
order
then-
Friday, by the way, so I'm just letting you know.
Respect. But then also from that and the buzz with sea moss, but then also feeling the benefits, Pat really went down to yellow green what do I say, farmers market, excuse me, down here in South Florida. Shouts to Yellow Green. And met one of the dudes there where he got connected with him this is like 6 months ago, and really got into the sea moss thing, finding a good source that actually had efficient nutrients and all that good stuff. From there, we decided to start a whole nother line of just simple cold pressed juice and sea moss, and just keeping it simple like that, just those types of ingredients. So that's what created the Mad Moss.
Got you.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Which we have 5 flavors of, or actually 4. We have watermelon, we have pineapple, we have apple, and we have pineapple cucumber, which is actually my personal favorite. Very refreshing.
All right. There it is.
Oh, you know what? I was wrong. It is 5. There's apple.
It's 5. Yeah, for more.
I thought you said apple.
Did I say no? I said pineapple. I thought.
I think you said apple.
Oh, well, then there it is. Whatever. There it is. They're there.
This segment has been brought to you by Mad Harvest.
Yeah, it was brought to you by Mad Harvest. And I mean, it's a great segue because our topic today is listening to your body. And there's lots of things that your body might be screaming for that Mad Harvest might be able to help you with. If you're in South Florida, and in another 30 days, if you're within a certain day's delivery, might be available to you as well.
Well, I'll tell you, it's
no, don't tell us. We're gonna update the people when the time comes.
No.
No?
That's not what I was going to tell them.
What I was going to tell you, I was trying to let them know. But go ahead.
Is that is awesomely timely, because literally me and Pat had a conversation just 2 days ago. We were shooting some content and trying to get across and impose the fact that we are not just a juice company, and getting more into what is the thing, because Pat kind of went CT Fletcher when we were doing some content and was trying to be on like, yo, you need to it doesn't matter if it doesn't taste good. You need to just eat them and da 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 da. And I let him go on for a good 15, 20 minutes. Stop the tape, and I just looked at it. I was like, man, I'm gonna let you know, as a meat eater myself, if I heard you talking all this, I'd pretty much be like, F you, dude. I'm gonna eat what I want to. Like, what are you talking about? Long story long. We got into where pretty much it got to the feeling, and that's one of the biggest things that we forget to do as we digest and we eat in our life, is really think about the feeling we get after eating, being able to think about consciously how that food that we're intaking affects us. Because at Mad Harvest, our focus is to get people to consume more fresh produce, and in just any form possible, and being more conscious of understanding, okay, what are the effects of these, whatever I'm eating, how is it affecting me? How do I feel afterwards? Do I have itis or any of these other things? And being more conscious of that.
Yeah, I actually just I cut back on my Butcher Box subscription so that I could do a Misfits Market prescription. So we'll see. We'll see.
There it is.
But your skin is definitely glowing. I just want you to know.
And this is the thing, right? I can honestly say, first off, I would like to say thank you, sir. And especially as Black males, we don't compliment each other enough. So, hats off. I do appreciate. But on another note, I will say, I have been getting a lot. I normally do get those compliments, not to my own horn or anything. However, I've definitely been getting a lot more of those, and I can definitely attribute it to the fact that I've been more conscious of, in taking more vegetables. The sea moss, I 100% think provides so much value. In if you can tolerate that 15 seconds of that spoon going down your mouth, I think the benefits that you feel throughout the day, in perpetuity, what do they say in what one dog?
Perpetuity. Yeah.
There you go. Perpetuity. That it's without a doubt beneficial. And I think that your skin will clear up as well. Enjoy some sea moss, y'all. Mad moss, to be specific.
So in talking about sea moss and trying to transition to listening to your body, Brett and I'm mad that he's not here because we fasted last week. We both ended up cutting it off at 96 hours. My goal was to go the whole 7 days, but we only did 4. I realized that we were having stuff for the holidays that weekend, and I was going to be doing a lot of moving around, and I needed the energy going into the weekend. But I'm always experimenting with my body and doing different things. So this isn't my first time doing the fast. It's probably my 3rd or my 4th. And I did experiment with using sea moss during the fast this time. And it was interesting because it immediately would shut off any hunger pains, or any thoughts of hunger. But what was interesting is that usually when I fast with just the water, I usually average about 1.5 pounds, sometimes 2 pounds a day as far as loss. And ladies and gentlemen, just so you know, the whole goal is not necessarily weight loss. Some people do it for weight loss. We do it for more resetting the body. And we've talked about this in past episodes. Maybe we can get the little marker up here about what episode it was, or we talk a little bit more about that. But it's a thousands of years practiced, fasting and whatnot. And, shout out to all of our Ramadan brothers and sisters that are, going through that right now. But even that's different because you still get that meal once the sun goes down. This is no meal, right? But interestingly enough, so I said I averaged 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds a day. Normally, when I took the sea moss, that cut me down to 1 pound. And that was only with 1 tablespoon of sea moss in the morning. And it's just so packed with nutrients and minerals that for whatever reason, my body said, okay, cool. We don't need to take from the fat stores.
Yeah.
So just another thing about CMOS, but listening to your body, the whole reason why we even got into fasting was just you reach a point where you're constantly taxing, your digestive system. You're constantly taxing your intestines, your gut biome, your liver, your kidneys. And in order to give those things a restart, and to allow them to kind of rest and repair themselves, we go through the fasting process, as well as cell autophagy, which we've talked about before, which is your body just going and getting either eating or getting rid of damaged cells or mutated cells in some cases. There are some arguments that say that if you fast long enough, please consult with your doctor before you do anything like this. But if you fast, your body can catch cancer cells early and get rid of them. So there's a lot of different things that happens, total rebuilding of your immune system at some point. All these are reasons that we do it, but it's interesting how Brett did it one time. He did 72 hours the first time. This time I convinced him to go another 24, and that took him to 96. And it's amazing how just from day 3, what he's experiencing to day 4, he was in new territory. Like, whoa, why do I feel like this? And I was able to walk him through that and what was going on. But I just tried it one day. I think I was still in Chicago when I did it. And, they tell you all the stuff about consulting with a doctor, just like we're going to tell everybody, consult with a doctor before you do it. Of course, I just read enough stuff and jumped in. I didn't have any issues. But it's good, and it's a good feeling, and your body feels great after. One of the biggest things is your taste buds get reset.
Oh yeah.
And that was the biggest thing. When y'all started talking about that, I'm like, well, tell me some more about that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. So I broke my fast with some Asher wanted pho. So I went with him and had a little bit of broth.
Ooh, that's sodium. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's why I said I had a little bit of broth, because I knew it was too much salt to take at one time. But then also some, I had like some greens, like, just like some lettuce, some, things that are high in water. And it was the most tastiest thing ever. Like, oh my gosh, like the flavor profile just changes. Then I had some watermelon, and it was just like, geez, like, and that lasts for days, where you taste things and it's just like, it's totally changed. So I guess like your taste buds get numb. I don't know what it is, but I have to do some more research on that. But that's definitely one of those things. It's just like,
you're
wow,
taking crap on your taste buds. You're just, you know what I mean? Like, you're always not. It's the best way I would think to put it. You're not giving them a rest, right? So you're never giving them. I want to doubt there's probably some correlation where it's like almost like every time you're eating, you're almost taking something away from, you know what I mean? You're irritating, you're working that muscle, whatever, where the continuous stress of it starts to give it fatigue. In the sense,
I wouldn't doubt that, or there's some type of cells that get rebuilt or something. Papaya, that was the other thing I had, that it was just like, sometimes you eat papaya and it's just like there's like a bitter taste to it or something, and not at all. It was like eating candy. I was just like, wow.
I will say, the papaya that you put up, it looked like made for TV, for real, without a doubt. That was
caught my attention. Like, hold on, he broke his fast. He got papaya and coconut water. I'm like, and then you start talking about it, I'm like, yo, that looked pretty good.
That papaya looked real good. But you know what I used to enhance, and ironically, as we shoot on 420, that's what I used to enhance my taste buds.
Yep. Yeah.
I didn't know you were talking about the papaya. If you're talking about the 420, I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, the whole, two things. Clear that one. It was two things.
I've I can honestly say I have never cut my own papaya and like went and bought a. I've had papaya, of course, like at places, but that has never been a fruit that I went and purchased on my own. I will not lie.
Usually only get it and for me, the islands, some kind of resort trip. That's
Yeah.
about it.
Because that's the anytime that I've ever tasted it, like nationally, like it doesn't have any like type of flavor that is more than like cantaloupe without flavor. You know what I mean? Like any
Right.
melon where it's just like, yo, you have the melon texture, but there isn't really anything that I feel that is like, oh wow, you know what? That's nice. I want that. So
Mhm.
I got a tree in the backyard, but dang old iguanas always get to it before I can do it. So I got to figure out something this year to kind of keep them away.
Oh wow! So the iguanas eat papaya?
They climb this thing. I have to get up on a ladder. It's so tall. I can't reach it with just the picker or whatever.
Mhm.
I had to get a ladder still, and they climb the tree. Like last year, I literally saw the mug up there like snacking. I'm like, it's too late.
Just chilling.
Wow. That's interesting. But you know, when you think about resetting the body, one of the other things that stands out is this grind culture and what that's doing to people.
Yes.
And
Yes, I was never a fan of that. I told you that before, that it just didn't seem right. It doesn't seem like it's good for you in the long term. And it just, I don't know. Never been a fan of that consistent, like go until you fall out. And that's just not conducive to long term.
I've been too scared to fall out. Like I just never have wanted to like test that water. Like I don't want to have a seizure. I don't want to
Right.
pass out, like blackout on randomness and wake up where I'm confused and discombobulated. It's like, no, I want to be efficient.
Ain't been in that pass out seizure that phase, but yeah, I've hit the end of almost hit the wall a couple times. Y'all know I'll go and not stop. And y'all, I brought it up when we started talking about it. Like, look, that mentality from college was I'll sleep when I die, or sleep is because of the death. Like we got so much stuff to do. We out here hustling. Everything from all the organizations, from all the stuff we were doing, from working, the families later on in the 20s and everything. It's like, gotta go, gotta work, got a second job. Mason was born working 2 jobs. Like we're pulling up, teaching during the day, working the improv on nights and weekends. Like that right there. Like some of them days, don't know what I was doing. Don't even
It's just a fog. Just
it's just like you got a task list to do. And I think I got it done, but some days you just hit a wall and just like you can't do no more. And learn quickly that you can't do that. And at this time, talking about listening to your body, like I listen now.
Yeah.
I can't, like, gotta have it. Y'all know me. No, I can't do it. I'm not available. I'm blocking out time for myself. Like, make it personal, make it worth my time. And I might not do anything, but it's my choice not to do anything instead of giving all my time.
But that's the thing, yo. Not doing anything is doing everything.
Sometimes
you need to recharge.
Look, you can't do nothing if you hit that real wall. You know what I mean? So it is trust.
Oh, when you hit that real wall, your body starts shutting stuff down and it's over. Like, you just have to go to sleep and you have no idea when you're gonna wake up.
If you always go.
It's when your body says, okay, we're good again. You can go a little bit more.
But it goes back to what you eating as well, though, because that plays a major factor. Because if you running like that and you're not eating right, recipe for disaster.
Yeah, recipe for disaster.
My fear is that people wait until the damage is done to start trying to now pay attention and be intentional with it. And if you think about high blood pressure, you know, insomnia, just other things that happen, weight gain, you know, all these are things that are
symptoms.
Yeah, these are all symptoms of what you're doing, and you don't give your body a chance to reset and to, you know, repair itself. You know, all these things happen during sleep.
Yeah, we are hard-headed and we are greedy and we are lack discipline. That, you know, hard-headed because we know the things that we should be doing simple things, again, like eating more, produce, but yet, oh, I don't like the way this tastes, or I don't like the way that tastes, will distract us from doing that. We are, lack the discipline of just saying like, look, man, I can, if I can be disciplined, even if I was just disciplined half of the, not even half of the week, if I was disciplined, you know what I mean, 3 days out of the 7 to just, think better and be more conscious and start to see the difference that it makes, like the way that you would feel, all of the ailments that you swore were, the downhill of your roller coaster of time are that you have, then you would start to feel like, oh, wait a minute, my back, I can actually move on my knees don't,
Right.
my
Not
doctor said
cracking
my
no
blood
more.
pressure wasn't, all of these things, like no one understand modern medicine is called modern medicine because before modern medicine, it was the natural things that are out there that they were using, period. So it's like, yo, there is the ability to heal all through what is giving through nature, and taking the time and opportunity to be more open and have a little self-discipline to go ahead and take those steps. Look, I'm not telling nobody it's easy. I don't love that spoonful of sea moss I take every morning, but I can't lie, I love that my homeboy is able to say, bro, you got some nice skin right now. You know what I mean? Like, that is, everybody doesn't get that. I can guarantee 99.9% of the males who are listening to this call right now have never had another dude, let alone another female, tell them how nice their skin look. So it's those things that it's like, yo, I will take that tablespoon down all day and twice on Sundays, baby.
Yeah, man. Tell them about how few grays you have.
Y'all don't want me to get in that conversation. Y'all know how I do that thing right there. Look at even Stroggy. Look at that. We can get all up in the fire hands. I put the cover right here. We good.
Yeah, listen, if you are listening on any one of the platforms that we have where you can listen to this on audio, you definitely want to switch over to YouTube and catch that fresh, showing his lack of gray hairs.
Yeah.
La vida dolce, baby.
Hilarious. At the end of the day, I think you got to ask, who does this grind culture really benefit? Either A, it's the people that you work for. And when you fall out,
they move on to somebody else.
They're gonna send some flowers, and your job posting will probably be up before
your funeral is up.
Your funeral
maybe
happens.
Some flowers.
Yep.
Side note, not to cut off, but did you guys hear about this guy who just won $400,000 from his job?
No.
So obviously not by the faces I can tell. No. So this guy just won $400K because he sued his ex-job because he told them he did not celebrate his birthday and did not want a birthday party. Of course, they went ahead and said, no, we don't care. We're going to go ahead and throw a birthday party. when they threw the birthday party, this dude had a full-blown anxiety attack. These idiots fired this cat because like he was like, went crazy during the thing and just like, y'all can't be doing this. I told you not to, They fired him, I think, the next day. And now he just, I don't know how long ago it's been from, firing to reward, but he just won his case this week, 400K.
Wow.
Might have been 425 to be exact.
Wow.
That's awesome.
That's interesting.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him.
If your employer doesn't benefit, and in most cases they benefit, but then your doctor benefits.
Yep, because the medicine that you said, medicine, there's also medicine not to cure, medicine to tame. So you gotta keep it
coming, baby.
And you just said it fresh. You said modern healthcare, but with modern healthcare came modern health issues that didn't exist prior to modern healthcare.
Yeah,
modern medicine is what I said, but we'll take healthcare.
Yeah, modern medicine.
Healthcare came from that.
Yep. Yeah. Thank you, Art. But that's all right. I'll take that. That's that CMOS. You see what I'm saying? You see how his memory's working?
Right. Oh man.
More reason.
Bad now.
You got to ask, who's benefiting from your grind? And I know you think, oh, my family's going to benefit, my kids are going to benefit. Are your kids really benefiting? Because
Reality check. I had that same a couple years ago, like what I was pouring time into, and it was to do things better and that make things, whether it's financial, whether it's just better, it's trying to do stuff for the family, whatever. But again, what was I missing out on? Their day-to-day interactions, like spending time with, like that's the most important thing. And when you come down to it, like that other grind, like I'll be, what was it the other day? I was sitting there like laughing, like this is great. My daughter asked me to take her and her friends to go somewhere, and I'm just driving. And I jump in my Honda. I said, we got a minivan. I don't mind driving that thing. You get in there and go. They in the back. They see, they hear, be able to just sit and listen. Your daughter interact with other people and how they interact with each other and the conversation they have. And yeah, the boys do it too when they go places and stuff. It's like, it's priceless. I was on the road so much with work, like I missed all that stuff.
And that's the things that people don't understand. Like if you're a parent and you struggle to understand what age your child is, that you don't know what toys or what they're into or like what's the
who their friends are.
Like, yo, it's not worth the grind so that you don't know your child and your child doesn't know you, and that you have played the game of, and people mistake finances and oh well, I'm halfway there. No, being there and knowing what's going on, being and it's not about being there. It is about being their friend, but it ain't about being their friend, right? But right. It's that understanding and creating a true connection and getting to know them and watch them create their personalities. You know what I mean? That you lose so much when you get into this mentality of, oh, well, I got to get all of this money and all this other stuff. Kids don't care about that. Nope. The family, it really, the strength of the family unit doesn't care about that.
So true.
We're talking about listening to the body.
Listen to your body.
Your family is a body.
It sure is.
You got to be in tune with everything.
I was just going to say that. Yep.
Message.
Well, we're actually going to listen to our bodies tonight, and we're going to cut our show short.
Before we do that, can I tell you why I'm mad?
No.
Tell them why you mad.
You absolutely can tell them why you mad.
So my mom just sent me, in the basement, I happen to have, from my childhood, a bunch of baseball cards, football cards, all these kind of cards in the house. And I'm pulling out a bunch of cards and going through them. But because they were sitting in the basement for so long, and I was a kid, I didn't wrap them individually. So some of them are stuck together over time, just for moisture, so forth like that. So there's some good ones in here. I'm looking through it. I'm like, oh man, there's some Don Shula cards in here. There's some Bill Belichick as a Browns coach in here. And I'm like, oh my God. Those are, that one's ruined, but I got some good ones. I got some Jerry Rice cards and things that I saw that was saved. I'm not sure how it was, but some of these are like actual, like if you can see them, they're like bricks right now because
like 30 cards just.
Yeah, I could just literally like, these are not going to come apart. They're there. And it's like, so I'm hoping I can find some good ones in here that are usable, for that future I'll hold on to later on. But that's why I'm mad.
Well, ironically, shouts to Drew, partner in Time is Enemy. Let me make sure you can see. Yeah, there it is. I got to put my head behind it, so what you call it. But I was going to say, he was just talking about the baseball cards and everything are making a comeback. That they're getting back into them. So
yeah,
very talented.
I told mom to bring them back out, but now unfortunately, it's all right. There's some real good ones in here from the pro sets that they don't make them anymore. But I'm trying to see if I have anything crazy I can just work with. But it is what it is.
You guys, I remember used to ride bikes to go to the trading card store, go buy baseball cards, go to
my trade packs, get that hard, nasty gum in there that really didn't mean nothing.
And the top baseball,
I did from Toys R Us. I would go over there, Toys R Us, grab a pack, boom, done. Go home, look at them, like yay, and then put it in a box. not know who anybody was, but it's like one day, one day.
You just reminded me, my mom, we don't even know who left these at the house, but there is, next time you come over here, Art, there is a album of, I don't know if they're baseball cards, football cards, or what they are, but there's an album that she brought up here last time she was here. I'm like, what'd you bring this to me for? Those aren't mine.
You need to go through that one by
Probably
one.
Right,
mine
yeah.
from all of
You
that
need to
stuff
go
that
through them
got
one by
lost
one. You may just have that one
at
card
your
in there.
house from before when I had the car over there with all the bins and stuff.
What'd you say?
I said they're probably mine from when I had all that stuff that all of a sudden all my high school pictures and everything else that disappeared from when I was storing it over there at your crib.
Nah, Jack. Good luck with that. That was a good try, though.
Dang,
That was a good try.
Where's my
Anyway,
stuff.
ladies and gentlemen, it's been
Wow.
that is Don Shula. Wow.
And this will be the one that no one remembers. He got fired from the
Browns.
Browns.
Yep.
Become one of the greatest. So it doesn't matter what happens. You can always change the trajectory. That way, yes.
That's a whole nother podcast when
Yes, it is.
when the nose turn into the best thing ever.
Right.
Hey, no is
No,
yes
no's
to
a
another
blessing.
question.
Well, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we thank y'all for tuning in. We're gonna cut it right here, I think, unless somebody jumps in with something else.
No.
I don't drop no fresh ovation this week. You just gonna leave me.
You've been fresh.
I've been dropping all
You've been fresh
day,
all episode, but you know what? It's gonna be a great closeout. So go ahead, brother. Drop that fresh ovation.
All right, I even wrote down something. Learn how to get over the things you don't like that are beneficial for you. Point blank, period, and sweet. Stop being so hard-headed. Learn to go ahead and do those things that you know are better for you. Don't stress yourself about going over the top with them, but learn to start doing that little bit more. What I try to say at Mad Harvest is, people get intimidated by healthy because you start thinking about diets and working out and all this other stuff. Focus on being healthier. Just the E and the R, the last little part, 1% better every day. The more you do that, the better you feel. There it is. Fresh ovation. We out.
Asher, tell them what time it is, son.
That's it for now, folks.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. We're done here on the 13th floor where the furniture isn't always the best, but the views are
Amazing.